Hey gamers, what is good? Squirrely here. Thank you so much for joining me as always. So today's video I think is going to cover a lot of different things, a lot of different emotions. It's going to be scary, it's going to be educational, it's going to be just bring up a whole lot of different emotions because this is probably one of the scariest times of my life, but I'm actually kind of glad it happened because I almost lost everything, and I don't just mean TF2 items, I mean like bank account, identity theft, emails, logins, important, personal information. Like I almost lost everything and it could have been really, really bad. Luckily, it ended up being okay, but it scared me so much that it really helped me become more safer online, protecting myself, protecting my items, my identity, and definitely a lesson learned. I'm going to share that story with you guys today because it was a wild ride. It was so scary for a very short period of time, and then it was like, boom, it was gone. Like it never even happened. So it started off like any other Friday, long day at work. I had a good workout at the gym, having my protein shake. I finally get home, sit down, time to relax, play some games. I fire up my computer, and then I get a text message on my phone. So I open up the text message on my phone, and it says something to the effect of, your AT&T upgrade package has gone through. Thank you for your whatever customer. And I'm thinking, wait a second, I don't have AT&T. Why am I getting this? And then I thought to myself, oh, it's a spam. They send you these spam calls and these emails, to get your information, your personal information, or to get you to reply to a text. So I figured, okay, it's spam, it's junk. I'm just going to ignore it. So I ignore it. I wait a little bit longer, and then it happens again. I get another text at some other kind of follow-up saying, thank you for your valued customer, your account, blah, 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 is now in effect. And I'm like, what is going on here? This is weird that they're sending two of them. It's kind of like a follow-up. So then I'm like, whatever, let me just call and just make sure everything's okay. I go to call and I realize, wait a second, I have no service. My icon, my carrier, let's say whatever, it's Verizon, is not there. I have nothing listed there. So my phone doesn't work. I can't text, I can't call. And I'm like, oh God, wait a second. Someone just closed my account. Someone stole my phone number. Like, what happened? Now, I wasn't panicking at first because it didn't really hit me, but then I thought about it more. I'm like, wait a second. If someone stole my phone number or, copied my SIM card or whatever it is, I'm in big trouble because you use your phone for everything. Whenever you set up an account online, you use your phone. They text you a code, or they use it for two-factor authentication or whatever it is. Your phone is your gateway to literally everything. If someone stole my phone number, all my information is going to be sent to a different phone, completely different phone. So that's when it hit me like, oh my God, this person could steal everything in my backpack, $30,000, $40,000 worth of items. They can get access to my email accounts, to pretty much anything they want that I use my phone to authenticate. And this was back a couple years ago. I think it was 3, maybe 4 years ago. I don't remember exactly, but this is before Steam had the thing where if you change your password or you sign into a new account, you had, I think it's 7 to 14 days. I think it's 14 days, you get locked out. So this is a safety precaution for people who have their accounts hijacked, basically, or someone logs in from a new location, or they change their password on them to lock them out, that they can't steal all your items right away. But when this happened, that didn't exist yet. So someone could steal all of my stuff right away. There was no delay. So now I'm stuck here with a phone that pretty much doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. I can't call anyone for help. I can't text anybody. I can't call the phone company and try to get them to get my number back. I'm like sitting here like, great, what do I do? And to make matters worse, it's a Friday evening, so things are going to be closing, if not already closed. So I'm just panicking. I'm like, great, someone has Friday evening, everything's going to close. Then they have the whole weekend to just steal my stuff, get into my accounts, whatever. I'm just thinking the worst case scenario. This person's going to have the whole weekend to just cause havoc with all of my accounts and my personal information and possibly steal all my TF2 items as well. Now, fortunately, my internet still worked. That was definitely the saving grace in all of this, because if I had a package where, like your phone line, your internet are like bundled up in a package, then technically if they got access to that, they could cancel it or disconnect it or delete it or whatever. Maybe I would have lost my internet too. But luckily they didn't, so I was able to go online and start looking up, like, what are my options? What can I do? Someone stole my phone number. I don't know what I can do. The stores are going to be closing. Like, I'm just panicking. And then I see I have an email, and the email is from my bank notifying me that I have just transferred a lot of money to some stranger who I don't know who they are. Basically, someone is in my account stealing money as I'm reading this email. I'm like, great, what else is going on? This person has my phone number. They're probably stealing my entire TF2 inventory, my backpack. They're stealing money out of my bank account. They're probably logging in all my personal emails. Like, they're just going to take over and wreak havoc. So I'm thinking of my options, like, what can I do here? What can I do here? I'm like, okay, I still have internet. So I jump on Steam, I log in. Luckily, everything works. I put in my security code. I log into my phone. I'm like, I am not going to sign out of Steam until this whole thing is figured out. I'm going to stay logged in here, so hopefully no one else can get in. They'll hopefully be locked out. I jump on, and I have a very good trusted friend I've known for many, many years. He's on my Steam account. He's my buddy. So I message him. I say, dude, I don't know what's going on. Someone's hijacking all my stuff. I don't know, just please help me here. I need to talk to you. Please watch my Steam account, my TF2 inventory, because I don't know if someone's stealing stuff actively, but I got to run to my phone store, to my carrier store to get this figured out, like right now, because they're going to close any minute. He says, okay. He joins my Discord. I jump in my car. I download Discord on my phone, and every 5 minutes or so, he's like messaging me, hey, everything's still there. Everything's still there. But at any second, I'm assuming that, oh, hey, by the way, all your racks are gone. Oh, hey, by the way, your account has been deleted or whatever. And I'm just waiting for that to happen. Luckily, my phone carrier is actually pretty close to me. So I race to Verizon as fast as I can. I get in there, I jump ahead, and I'm like, hey, this is basically an emergency. I don't know what happened. Someone stole my account or changed my account information or stole my number or stole my SIM card. Like, I just don't know. I just know that I don't have any service and I need to get access to my phone immediately because someone's stealing money out of my bank account and maybe to other things as well. So they do the normal thing, what's your name? What's your phone number? Basically, they look it up and they just tell me, oh, your number is now registered with another company. We can't help you. There's literally nothing we can do on our end. Like, in our systems, doesn't allow us to do anything. It's registered. It's gone. So go talk to them and good luck. And I'm like, are you serious? So who's it registered to? Like, because they're not supposed to give you information, right? They have their own privacy thing. They're not supposed to give out who's registered to or when or how or why or whatever. So they don't really want to help me at all. But luckily, I convinced this lady. I don't know how old she was. She's pretty young. I'm like, you don't understand. They stole my account. I have to get my phone number back. So just tell me who it is and I'll go clear it up with them. So luckily she tells me, she's like, okay, it's with AT&T. I'm like, where's the closest AT&T store? She's like, actually, there's one over there by the mall, not too far away. So I'm like, thank God. I think I have like 10 minutes until everything closes. I think it's like 8 o'clock at night almost. Everything's going to close. I jump in my car, race over there as fast as I can, park. I run in the mall. I'm asking people, where's the store? Where's AT&T? Where's AT&T? I finally get to the AT&T store. And I remember the guy looking at me, he could tell like I was in a panic because they're about to close. It's like 3 minutes till they close or something. And there's actually some people in there, but I make my way up to the front and I let them know like, hey, just, not to bug you guys, but I kind of have an emergency here. So one of the other guys behind the counter who wasn't really doing anything comes over to help me, and he's being very professional and trying to calm me down. And he's pretty much just going through the regular routine. What's your name and when was it registered? Where did you register it at? What's the phone number? He's asking me like the security password to get in. And I'm telling him, I don't know. I can't answer any of your questions. This was stolen from me. I couldn't really convince him that this wasn't me. I don't have the answers to any of your questions. All I know is I had a carrier, I had service earlier, and now it's gone, and someone's stealing money out of my bank account. I even had a screenshot. I pulled up like my email showing him to kind of convince him. And eventually, I finally, luckily, convinced this guy to tell me what happened. So he looks it up and he tells me a lot more than he's supposed to tell me. He says, this phone number was registered to someone else on the East Coast at this time. It's actually in Florida, somebody I've never heard of. They registered this phone. They put on a password on it. That was a password I couldn't guess. And then I ask him, like, well, is there anything you can do? And he's telling me, he's giving me the runaround again. You have to go to the store in person, or you have to call this phone number, the support line, or you have to give them this personal information. I'm like, I can't. They're 3 hours ahead. They're closed. It's going to be the weekend soon. I don't think support's going to be able to help me. And by the time I get anyone to help me, there's no guarantee I'll get my number back. And this person is just going to be stealing more information, stealing more, money from me. Who knows what they're going to be doing? However, this is when it's most important to stay calm, analyze the situation, and think about the best plan of action. So I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? I think I can convince this guy to give me my number back. He's not supposed to. He told me he's not supposed to. I don't even think he's allowed to. He can get in a lot of trouble, but I think I can do it. And I don't know if this comes from my experience as a trader and negotiating, or I'm just good at reading people, or, convincing people to do things and influencing people. I have no idea how I did this, just even looking back today. But I eventually convinced the guy to give me my number back. He's not supposed to do this. He's not allowed to do this. I think he's a manager. He's the only person who had access to do this. He pretty much put a name or put a note on this account on my phone number, lock the other person out, put a note that this was a scam, this was hijacked, transferred it back to AT&T, put it in my name, and put a little protection thing on it. I think he put a special note too for whatever division was going to look at it later, and he gave me my phone number back. I was like, oh my, I wanted to like give the guy a hug, give him a gift or give him a prize or whatever. The store had just closed, had been closed for a little bit, so he'd gone out of his way to stay later, go above and beyond, bend the rules. I told him, like, I will never tell on you. I owe you so much. Thank you. You saved me so much money. I can't even explain to you. And he kind of just laughed it off and went about his day. But I was like, oh my God, that was so close to being a disaster. So now I technically have my phone number back, but I have to go to Verizon and just make sure everything's okay and, refresh the account. So I run over there. They are technically closed, but I can see the people in there, like they're kind of closing up shop. I knock on the door and they see me and they recognize me and they just say, "Hey, real quick, I just transferred my account back. Can you just look it up really, really quick? I'm so sorry." They go, they let me inside, they look it up and they say, "Yep, your account has been transferred back. We're going to put a note on it, mentioning that it was hijacked and do not, transfer this to another thing without permission, yada, yada." So now there's supposed to be some security thing where they will contact you ahead of time. I don't know if it's email or text or whatever, that someone is trying to, access your account or transfer phone numbers or whatever it may be. So now that's on there to protect me, hopefully. But I went from 2 hours ago freaking out. Someone's stealing my money, logging into my accounts. It has my phone number, pretty much locked me out of everything to, okay, good. At least I have my phone number back. No one should hopefully be able to steal my Steam account and my TF2 inventory. Now let's figure out the whole bank thing. Long story short with the bank, I file a claim, they run their investigation. The main thing to take away from this is that even if they believe you and they know that you're in the right and they're going to, give your money back, they have to technically run this investigation, which takes forever. So if someone's in your bank account and let's say you have $5,000 and they take out all $5,000, you have $0 and you're not getting anything back for a very, very, very long time. They have to prove through their investigation that this, because they get scammed all the time too. People post fraudulent claims, someone stole my money and then they give them free money back. So they have to be very careful and take their time. So it takes forever. It took, I don't remember, 2 or 3 months maybe to get my money back. And fortunately, I had enough extra money in there to last me because I would have been just out of luck completely if they took my entire amount. But I don't know if they just were testing me to see if I would notice and then they take out more money. I have no idea, but I caught it right away and put an end to it because it took so long to get my money back. That was just horrible. It is just a very scary, weird feeling because I'm sure you guys have had someone break into your car or steal something off your front porch or whatever. And that feeling is a little bit more of like you're just angry, you feel violated that someone would just, do something that evil and that mean. And you take it kind of personal. It's a whole different feeling of fear in my mind when someone's in your personal bank account, they steal your phone number, they're possibly stealing your identity and looking in, all your personal things. And all they need to get into is one account. If you think about it, the 1 weak link, let's say you have some old website you haven't signed into forever, or you play a game on some website. If they can get into there, now they can see your email, your backup email, your phone number. If they get into your bank and they guess that, now they can see all your transactions, the things that you have, memberships to, where you send money, where you transfer money, personal information, where you live, your address. Like it can easily get out of control really quickly. But identity theft is no joke. If you know anyone who's had their identity stolen or had to deal with this kind of thing, it is a massive hassle. It takes weeks or months or years to get everything back to normal. And things will eventually work out. You'll probably get your money back. I probably could have technically got things back from Steam support. There's no guarantee though. Maybe they wouldn't believe me and then I don't get anything back and I just lost, $30,000 and a bunch of years worth of trading. But it's just not worth it. It's not worth risking it. It's not worth being lazy. Be smart, protect yourself. Don't click on links. Don't log into foreign websites. Use a strong password. Have a backup. Have a system. Have an authentication plan in case something happens. People are trying to use social engineering to get your personal information, whether it's from a company or a friend or whatever. Like, just be extra safe because all it takes is 1 weak link and then they're in and then they can get access to so much more. All right, well, wow, gamers, we made it through it. Thank you so much for joining me on this extra long, wild ride. This video talking about my biggest scare when I thought I was going to lose it all. Definitely, it was, a wake-up call to me, so hopefully it was to you as well, to be safe online, protect yourself, be aware that there are bad people out there, unfortunately, that want to steal things and want to do harm. So better to be safe than sorry, especially online. And definitely let me know down below if you guys have ever experienced this, been a victim of fraud or a scam, whether it's a TF2 scam or a bigger scam in real life, because there's so many out there. It's kind of scary. So the more information you have, the better. Hope you guys are doing well. Stay safe indoors. Don't forget to say hi and what's up if you're into me in casual. As well, join the Squirrely Squad down below. We are climbing that subscriber mark, so I definitely want to do some more giveaways, some more celebrations. Maybe I'll do a Q&A. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, have a great one, you guys. See you in the next video. Peace.
Cleaned up. Oh my god.